Students, I hope that the conduction mode of transfer of heat, it is clear to you all. Mode of transfer of heat, mode of transfer of heat, different modes of transfer of heat you will have to be study about. First, conduction. Second, convection. Third, radiation. These are the three modes of transfer of heat. Heat transfer through these three modes. First one, this has been explained by me in solid, convection, in liquid and gases. No medium is required. No medium is required. It means no material medium is required for transfer of heat through radiation. So one by one, conduction explained. Convection. About convection, before convection we will have to draw a diagram to make you explain about convection. What do you mean by the term convection? First, convection. Definition of convection. If anyone asks you, what do you mean by the term convection of transfer of heat? It is a primary mode of transfer of heat in which the particles of the fluid if we will supply or heat up this liquid kept in a flask, then water in this water you will have to put KMnO4 crystals, potassium permanganate crystals. When you will heat up this water and crystal of copper sulfate kept in this pot, as heat will be supplied to this given solution, we will just observe that the particles of the fluid themselves move from one region of the fluid to the other. Particles convection. Particles of the fluid of the fluid moves particles of the fluid moves themselves from one region themselves from one region to the other. In the given activity as we put KMNO4 crystals they form as they dissolve KMNO4 crystal as they dissolve in water. After dissolving the watercolor becomes pink, pearly, completely or wholly. This shows a space between particles of fluid. Water is filled by crystals of KMNO4 color pink transferred transferred from one region to other because of heat. This shows that finally without heat it is not possible to make KMNO4 crystal dissolve completely into the taken water, and finally it's not possible to make the color of whole water pink. All these possible because of the mode of transfer of heat by the process of convection. So convection process involves the mode of transfer of heat, that is convection is responsible for transferring of heat from one region to other of the fluid in liquid, in fluid and in gases also. Here it is primary mode of transfer of heat in fluids, in which the particles of the fluids themselves move from one region to the other carrying heat. One region to the other, carrying heat in fluid, liquid and gases. This is conduction process. Here the particles of the fluid, it means liquid and gases, they just transfer heat by the mode of conduction of heat process to make heat all the fluid completely. I have given here one activity. Take one pot, filled that one, put some water in it. Then after, put KMnO4 crystals, potassium permanganate crystals. As they dissolve completely in the water, the whole water color become pink, because as we supply the heat from the bottom of the jar, then this heat make the whole water colorful. As after heating, dissolution, KMnO4 crystal start dissolving in water and make covering the whole space of the water, because their particles are away from each other than the solid. So they make the whole water colorful as the heat supply. So this example of transfer of heat is called as convection. Through convection process, we can transfer heat in any fluid. Fluid means here what? Liquid and gases. But conduction in solid only. But last here, radiation. What do you mean by the term radiation? A mode of transfer of heat. How it takes place? Give one example. Just see. Radiation. If anyone asks, radiation. Radiation. It is the mode transfer of it. In which no material medium is required. Here no material medium is required. It means what? No fluid, no solid. Here example is sunlight make our earth surface hot because of radiation. As here heat comes from the sun, here no any material medium required to make heat reach from the sun to the earth. So this is an example of radiation, a mode of transfer of heat. Other example is room heater. Other example is room heater. If any person using room heater in winter, the whole room become warm. How it possible? Because of the mode of transfer of heat through this process, radiation. Room heater making whole room hot in winter because of radiation process. So these are the questions here, possible questions the teacher may ask you. What do you mean by the term conduction? In which state of matter? That one applicable, your answer will be solid. Conduction always takes place in solid. Convection in liquid and gases. Radiation, no any medium is required. So you must learn the definition, example related with the different mode of transfer of heat. Next topic, as definition of heat. explained, the mode of transfer of heat also explained, the possible questions that will be asked in the examination is what is heat, what is heat, SI unit of heat, heat, is what? Second, write different mode of transfer of heat, with an example, third, temperature. Third is temperature. I hope that most of the students they know about the temperature. This question will be asked. What do you mean by the temperature? The measure of degree of hotness or coldness of the body or an object. You will have to define like this. What do you mean by the term temperature? Temperature is defined as the measure of degree of hotness or coldness of a body or an object. If a warm body, hot body, just come in contact with, this is hot body. When come in contact with cold body, heat transfer from hot to cold. I think you all know and you all have studied hot to cold side. It means transfer of heat takes place from hot to cold. But why? Because hotness shows what? Sensation. It means that one having temperature in them. Coldness, so temperature is there, but low temperature, high temperature. We can differentiate on the basis of low temperature, high temperature. So the definition is here accordingly. It is simply the measure of hotness or coldness of the body of an object. Next thing, other question comes. Name two type of thermometer. You will have to give answer. Types of thermometer. Doctor use which thermometer to take temperature of a body. This type of question most of the students they know. Clinical thermometer, doctor use clinical thermometer. Thermometer. Then other question asked by the teacher. Then what is use of your laboratory thermometer? If here question is named two type of thermometer. Students, you must have to give answer clinical and laboratory thermometer. If question asked by the teacher, doctor use which thermometer to take the measure of temperature of human body, a person body, your answer will be clinical thermometer. Then other question, which thermometer meter is used to take, which thermometer is used to take temperature of boiling water? Boiling water. What will be your answer here? Not clinical. Here body temperature is being taken by clinical, but for boiling water, laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Then after this, after knowing all this thing, you will have to know the range of temperature about a scale. What is the range of clinical thermometer? What is the normal body temperature of human? All these are the possible questions which you will have to know in this class, in this chapter. Question number 7. What is the normal body temperature? Body temperature of human body. Most of the students, I think, they know very well. 37 degrees Celsius. You must have to learn this. In degrees Celsius, 37 degrees Celsius. Then after, range of temperature. Teacher asks you, must come to know about the range of laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. The question also been asked from this topic. First question is, what is the range of laboratory thermometer? Laboratory thermometer. What is the range? Range of clinical thermometer. Very good question. Range means what? Before going through the question, if anyone asks what do you mean by the term here range, sir, in thermometer? Maximum minus minimum. If a thermometer having their division, if here maximum value, maximum here minimum, maximum minus minimum, minus minimum value of temperature called range of temperature. Maximum temperature minus minimum temperature gives the value of range of temperature. You must keep in your mind. If I will ask what is the measure range of laboratory thermometer, then your answer will be minus 10 degrees Celsius, minus 10 degree Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius in laboratory thermometer. This is the range. Whereas in clinical thermometer it is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Must learn all this question and their answers. Range of temperature. Question may be come a very short answer, long answer also. Long answer from mode of transfer of heat. MCQ 1 marks question from this. Next topic about land bridge seepage. About land bridge seepage. Here, what is land bridge? What is seepage? This also example of. This is also example of conduction of heat. Land bridge, sea bridge. This question also. In land bridge, the blowing of cool air during night from the land to sea occurs in night. Or during night. Occurs in day. Cold air blows from land to the sea. Air blows from the sea to land. All these are example of transfer of heat. Hot airs blown towards the cold region. Movement of air, hotter to colder. Means hot air, it becomes lighter and move towards and taking the place of the cold region. And that cold air, that shifted towards the hotter and taking the place of the hotter region. This is simply what? The movement because of transfer of heat. In the beginning you all have studied about in solid also. Always transfer of heat took place from hotter to colder region. So here also the same thing. The movement of the hot air and covering the space of the cold air, and the cold air shifted towards the hot and taking the place of hot air to filling the gap between both of them. This process here is what involved simply the transfer of heat. One is here land breeze. This process here sea breeze. It occurs during night. It occurs during daytime. Cold air blows from land to the sea, and here air blows from the sea towards the land. Give the answer in your own word. Now copy 2 points from the book. Just see one time, learn that one and try to give answer in your own word. That one will be very, very perfect. So, I hope all of the students, you must try to write the difference between question based on land bridge, sea bridge, define land bridge, define sea bridge, when it occurs, hot air blows from which region to which region. The possible question you will have to collect from the topic land bridge, sea bridge, and then you will have to give the answer. Here, next topic is very, very important topic. Dark color. Dark color. It may be cloth, it may be wall, it may be any object. Dark color is dash absorber of heat. This type of question may be asked by teacher. Dark color always a good absorber. It absorbs more heat. Good. Best. You may write good. Best one. Best absorber. Good absorber. Just opposite of it. Light color. Light color is dash absorber of heat. Your answer will be what? Just opposite of this. If dark color is good absorber, then light color is bad or poor absorber of heat. For example, we prefer to wear the light color cloths of cotton in summer. Question may be asked from here, why we prefer to wear light color cloths in summer. You give answer in your own words. You all know that light color is bad absorber of heat, as light color is poor or bad absorber of heat. Absorber of heat. So the light color cloths is very comfortable in summer because it does not allow more heat inside. You write in your own words to make clear concept, clear answer, not a very lengthy one, not a very short, perfect and accurate answer you try to give in your own words. Just here. Why? Next. Second question. Why in winter we use dark color cloths? Answer: because dark color is good absorber of it. which keep our body warm and makes us feel comfortable in winter. In this way you can complete. The last question I'm asking. Thermos flask uses based on the limitation of which mode of transfer of heat? Which mode of